ladies, this is your girl Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It. If you have not subscribed, please take a second and subscribe right now. This is, and don't forget, click your notification bell so you can get the notifications whenever I upload a new video, and like this video. Okay, so this is what we have today. This is what we're doing. So I am doing the Charleston. Okay, this can be made in a crop length, top length, and a pinafore length. Okay, then you have another option where you can have a big bow option on the back, or you can have the small thin bow option on the back. You can also have a open back or a closed back, whatever you like. This pattern also has some shorts, okay, but I'm not doing the shorts today. Okay, we're just going to do the top length, all right, of this Charleston top. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what we have right here. We have the skirt piece. Okay, so what you're gonna have is you're gonna have one long piece. That you see, this is my fold here, one long piece and two short pieces. Okay, just like this. All right, and then we're going to also have your top piece here. So just want to go on and tell you, I have no clue how I did this. I don't know. It gave me a headache, but I was trying to turn this pattern piece upside down, round, and all that type of stuff, and I matched it up the best way I could. So therefore, like I'm telling you, I don't have a clue. All right. So I got a mane and lining. I also have the big bow here and my ruffles. I'm gonna do the ruffles at the bottom, and here are my ties. Okay, this is gonna be my strap. Sorry about that. So these are my straps. So let's get started. Okay, so both of my strap pieces are done. I've top stitched them both. Okay, so we're gonna put these to the side and let's do our ties. All right, so I'm doing the big tie. So what we're gonna do is I have my ties and I got them folded in half, right sides together, just like that. Okay, alrighty, so grab your ruler and we're going to cut a 45-degree angle, okay, on my tie here, so we can give it the little peak, the little, you know. So we're gonna cut a 45-degree angle here on both of them. I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to sew a 1/2 seam allowance, closing in this part here and along the straight edge. Okay, leaving this open. I will turn this right side out. Well, I will trim off my raw ends, you know, and then I will turn it right side out, iron, press it, and top stitch it. So I'm going to do that. Let's pin. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so both of my ties are done. What we're going to do next is I am going to take my ties, alright, and I'm going to fold it in half. Alright, just fold it in half here. And let's just put a pin up here. Alright, on both of them. That's it. Got a little pin. Okay. So to create my pleat, what I'm going to do is you see I fold my strap, my tie in half here, and I just pin there. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to sew a 1-inch horizontal line in the halfway between the fold here. Okay, just between these two. So I'm going to sew a 1-inch line on both of them. That's to create my pleat. Okay, and let's just say right here, let's say this is my sewing line right here. All right, that's where I sew. Then I'll just fold it together just like that. All right, and this is what my pleat will look like after it's folded. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay, so my pleat, my ties are done, and I've also went ahead and like flattened the back here, and it tells you you can baste it, but I just ironed it down. Okay, so we can just put our pleats aside and we'll bring them back when we do our Okay, so grab your strap here. The raw edge of your strap needs to touch the raw edge of your bodice. but it needs to be in a slant. Like, do not do it like this. It's wrong if you do it that way, okay? Because it's right here. So we're going to put it where that marking is, and we're going to slant it and pin, okay? All right, boom. And see, I have my marking, I'm having my straps placed like behind. See, my marking is right here, and I got my strap edge placed right there behind it. I don't have it in front of it or on top of it. I just got it placed behind it. Okay, and you see right here, we have this X here, all right? So pin. Take this to your machine and you base your straps on, okay? So let's just do the whole one step, okay? So grab your ties here, all right? And what we're gonna do is we're going to measure where our ties are supposed to be. Let's do this. Now, we're going to add, since I have big ties, because they have a different instructions for the small tie. What it tells you is to, let's find the center here of our, side seam. I'm gonna just do that to it, okay? And on the other side, find the center. All right, okay. So right there where my center crease is, I am going to place my big bow, okay? My big bow tie. And I'm just going to pin. All right, just like this. And grab the other one on the other side, and we're going to pin. So we're going to do a basting stitch on. I'm gonna do a basting stitch here on my straps and my ties, okay? And then when I'm done with that, and I'll be back. All right, so I have my ties and my straps all put together, okay? Well, all based on. So now grab your lining piece here, and we're gonna put this on top. Put our lining piece on top of our main piece with right sides together, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pin along both sides. So one side all the way up on the neckline and to the other side, okay? So we're gonna pin, and I'm going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance and trim off my raw end. So let's pin. All right, let's sew. Okay, so I have my ties, I have my straps and my ties put together. Okay, and then I've also went ahead and did my 1/2 inch seam allowance on my lining only, okay? So now let's construct our ruffles. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring in our ruffles, okay? All right, you should have 3 of them. What we're gonna do, we're going to open them up, and we're going to connect them at the short seam, the short end here. All right, and we're gonna pin and do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So that's one done that way, and we'll grab it, and we're gonna put this from right sides together. All right, just like this, pin. We're gonna take this to our sewing machine, and we're gonna do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? And when we're done connecting them, all right, so let's just say this is done. What we're gonna do next is we're going to take our ruffles and we're going to fold them wrong sides together, just like this, okay? All the way down. I'm going to iron and make it wrong sides together. And I will also, when I do that, I will sew a gathering stitch all the way around all of them. And then when I get back, we're going to construct our skirt, an unlined skirt. I'm not doing the lining, okay? So this is going to be exposed on the other side, okay? But yeah, we're going to construct our unlined skirt. So let's do our ruffle. I'm going to gather my little ruffles here, okay? But I'm not going to do like the two gathering rows and stuff, gathering stitches for my rows. I'm just going to let my machine gather my ruffles for me, okay? So right here, I have my settings and I have the Janome. So you have to just play around with yours, okay? So I have the Janome and I have my stitch length at a 4, all right? And this is a 2 and you see it has zigzag stitch, but not really quite sure. I know this is stitch length. This up here is my tension here, and I got that at an 8. I may go to a 9 because I think I want it to be a little bit tighter, okay? So, but my stitch length is a 4, all right? So, I'm just gonna let this baby do its thing. All right, and let's see. I'm gonna let it gather it for me. All right, can you see that? Look at it. All right. Right, so. All right, so look, I have my ruffles gathered just like that using my sewing machine. And you would just have to play around with your sewing machine to see what it does. But with mine here, if you have the Janome, this is what you can do. But I do know even with the brother, if you bring your stitch length up to the highest and then your tension the longest stitch length and the highest tension, or you can go down a little bit more. You can go to a 7 and stuff like that. But this is what I do. Another thing is like another tip. It's always make sure like what you, okay, so this is, you have to pull. All right, so with the, okay, so another little tip. When you let your machine gather your stitches here, when you do a regular gather stitch, you would do the, you would pull from the bottom, okay? Of course, yes. But with this here, you would always have to pull from the top, okay? So don't get it confused on where your bottom and your, when you use letting your machine do it. So you just always pull from the top if you're letting your machine do the gathering for you, okay? And this right here helps. But if you pull it at the bottom here, it's gonna lock those threads. But if you put it at the top, you can always like move it back and forth. All right, so let's go attach our ruffles. All right, so I have my ruffles gathered, but I'm just gonna put these to the side because we're gonna work on our skirt. All right, so you have 2 pieces for your skirt, well 3 actually. So you have this long piece here, and that's cut on the fold. All right, but I'm gonna just keep it folded like this, and I'm going to grab my skirt curve piece, and I'm gonna line this up here on both edges. All right, just like that. Take your rotary cutter, and we're going to cut all right, so yeah, we're gonna cut it just like this. All right, so I've already have my front piece, my 2 pieces here done. All right, so what I did was let's just show, I'm gonna show you here. So let's just say this was my little rectangle here. So I just line my pattern piece up here on the edge here, right? Just like this. And then I cut along that curve, all right? Now, so what we're gonna do, let's bring in our long piece here. All right, we're gonna bring in our long piece here, and we're going to put these right sides together. All right, matching the straight edge here, just like this. All right. This may look a little short because it is. It's because your girl messed up, but this is that's my motto. It's my new motto. I mess up so you don't have to, okay? So as you can see, this is what I got. Our back part is going to be untouchable, okay? And our sides are going to have the curve, and we're going to line them up at the long, the short sides here, okay? Line them up here. We're going to pin, and we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. You also can zigzag stitch or serge off your raw ends. It's all up to you. And we're gonna do, and I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get our skirt piece here, and we're going to lay it out and grab your ruffles. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on one end here of my ruffles, and I'm going to put them with the right sides touching. It's going to be folded inside. I'm going to pin all along my skirt piece here. You see? Just like that, all right? So let's pin and distribute our ruffles. Okay, so as you can see here, I have pinned all of my ruffles, pinned my ruffles all around my skirt piece here. You see I got those raw ends matching here. I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? And then when I'm done, I will serge off my raw ends here and then press it and then top stitch, okay? Now, if you were doing the line version, you would have 2 skirt pieces, okay? You would do the same step, but you would just lay your skirt piece on top of this skirt piece and pretty much sandwich in your ruffles here, okay? So I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I have went ahead and gathered my skirt piece here, all right? Just like that. So now grab your bodice here. And what we're gonna do, we are going to right sides together. We're going to line the side seams up, all right? With the side of your dress, your skirt. And I'm going to pin this to fit, okay? The skirt to fit. So let's put that on top of it. All right, we're just pinning the skirt to the right side of our bodice, okay? And we're gonna make sure that we do not touch this lining, okay? Because this is where we're gonna have this enclosed, okay? So just pin. Gonna take this to the machine and do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and you do not have to serge, or if you want to, you may want to trim it down. It's all up to you, but we're going to enclose this raw end here. All right, so I have my skirt piece attached to my lining here, and now all you have to do is just fold this baby under just like that and pin, okay? We're going to do that, and then we're just going to top stitch, okay? Top stitch our bodice, our raw lining, to enclose that raw end there. All right, so now let's take this to our machine and we're going to top stitch along our bodice here, and I'll be back. Okay, so our Charleston top is almost done. It's just about done. So my next step is to pretty much try this on Miley to get the right measurements for my straps here, where you know the right placement for the straps so they can fit nicely on her. And that is it. So you just tie your bow. So thank you so much for watching my video. This is Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It. And if you have not subscribed yet, this is your chance to do it. Click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for any new uploads that I do, and like this video. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.